Hi folks, welcome to another edition of Audience Recommendations where you pick the content. I have been scouring the comments on my videos from the last 2 or 3 months to find intriguing books that you love and took the time to share. First up, Daniel recommends Other Days, Other Eyes by Bob Shaw, a fix-up novel. It was originally published as 4 short stories that Shaw later stitched together. The stories were Light of Other Days, A Burden of Proof, A Dome of Many-Coloured Glass, and Other Days, Other Eyes. The fix-up revolves around the invention of something called slow glass, a dense material that delays the passage of light, allowing images to be stored and viewed years later. It explores the commercialisation and the societal impact of slow glass, including its use in windows to preserve scenic views and its role in solving mysteries played out over time. Despite its age, Other Days, Other Eyes still resonates with modern audiences, praised for its unique and original concept and entertaining storytelling. The brevity of the book at just 160 pages contrasts favourably with some contemporary blockbusters, but manages to deliver thought-provoking content. In Other Days, Other Eyes, we get a series of technological speculations and mysteries exploring the implications of slow glass on society and human behaviour. Jake is a big fan of 4-Day Planet by H. Beam Piper, which is the second of his Federation books. We're introduced to a teenage protagonist who lives on Fenris, where the killing heat of a 1,000-hour day drives men underground, and the glorious 100-hour sunset is followed by a 1,000-hour night so cold that only an extreme environment suit can preserve the life of anyone caught outside. Fenris isn't a hell planet, but it's nobody's bargain. With 2,000-hour days and an 8,000-hour year, it alternates blazing heat with killing cold. A planet like that tends to breed a special kind of person, tough enough to stay alive and smart enough to make the best of it. Here are the opening lines. I went through the gateway, towing my equipment in a contragravity hamper over my head. As usual, I was wondering what it would take, short of a revolution, to get the city of Port Sandor as clean and tidy and well lighted as the spaceport area. I knew Dad's editorials and my sarcastic news stories wouldn't do it. We've been trying long enough. The 2 girls in bikinis in front of me pushed on, still gabbing about the fight one of them had had with her boyfriend, and I closed up behind the half-dozen monster hunters in long trousers, ankle boots, and short boat jackets with big knives on their belts. They must all have been from the same crew, because they weren't arguing about whose ship was fastest, had the toughest skipper, and had made the most money. They were talking about the price of tallow wax, and they seemed to have picked up a rumour that it was going to be cut another 10 centisols a pound. I eavesdropped shamelessly, but it was the same rumour I picked up myself a little earlier. The resources on Fenris are exploited for corporate gain, but the monopoly running the extraction industry threatens to abandon Fenris due to lack of profits, and the colonists face the risk of losing their homes and livelihoods. With the help of friends, our teenage protagonist takes it upon himself to uncover the truth behind the company's decision. There's a conspiracy and illegal smuggling, all set against the harsh environment on Fenris. Fenris is a frontier-type planet, and when frontier-type people discover they're being cheated of the wealth that they've risked their lives to accumulate, that kind of planet is ripe for revolution. In a complete change of scene, Lee Mason recommends the classic English catastrophe novel The Death of Grass by John Christopher. A relentless virus originating from China, sound familiar, unleashes an apocalyptic nightmare upon the world, targeting all forms of grass from rice to wheat. As a mutated virus devastates crops across continents, pushing humanity to the brink of starvation, the story hones in on the harrowing journey of John Custance, an engineer, and his companions, including his friend Roger Buckley, a government insider. Initially ensconced safely in their comfortable London lives, observing from afar the chaos in, to their eyes, more privative lands, the characters are abruptly thrust into a chaotic and perilous existence as the crisis escalates. With Roger's revelation of the government's deceit about the severity of the situation, John and his group embark on a treacherous cross-country odyssey towards John's brother David's fortified potato farm in rural England. Their journey, fraught with danger and moral dilemmas, serves as a crucible, rapidly stripping away the veneer of civility and exposing the raw savagery lurking within humanity. As they traverse a landscape marred by violence and desperation, the once ordinary individuals are compelled to make unthinkable choices for survival, including quickly resorting to theft and even murder. John Christopher takes a close look at the complexities of human nature in the face of catastrophe, challenging notions of morality and societal norms. John, initially a mild-mannered architect, undergoes a profound transformation as he grapples with the grim reality of a world teetering on the edge of collapse. The Death of Grass, though penned in a restrained style characteristic of its time, resonates still with timeless themes of survival, sacrifice, and the fragility of civilization. Doug likes a bit of Larry Niven and commends to us A World Out of Time. Having been cryogenically preserved for medical reasons, Jerome Branch Corbell awakens in a future dominated by a totalitarian regime known as the State. Forced to prove his worth, he undergoes rigorous evaluations whilst inhabiting the body of a mind-wiped criminal. When deemed fit for a solitary mission to seed distant planets, Corbell rebels against his expendable status, hijacking the spacecraft bound for the galactic centre. As Corbell hurtles through space, pursued by the state's covert intervention forces, he encounters mind-bending phenomena and relativity's time dilation effects. Returning to a vastly transformed Earth after millions of years, he confronts a planet ruled by the immortal boys, capital B, the girls, capital G, are long dead, and the enslaved Dicta. Partnering with Morelli Lyra, a fellow time traveller, Corbell uncovers the planet's engineered transformation and the secrets of immortality. Amidst political intrigue and perilous alliances, Corbell unlocks the key to altering Earth's climate, balancing its delicate ecosystem. And with newfound power and purpose, he orchestrates a daring plan to liberate the oppressed Dicta and challenge the hegemony of the immortal boys. A World Out of Time is a gripping saga of one man's journey through time and space, navigating treacherous landscapes, both physical and political. Larry Niven's storytelling propels us into a future where humanity's fate hangs in the balance and the quest for freedom ignites the flames of revolution. Several people, including McSmith and Dragon Battle, have suggested Elizabeth Moon's Vatta's War, a military science fiction series. The 5 books follow Kalira Vatta, a member of the interstellar shipping family Vatta Enterprises. The series covers her adventures, starting with trading in danger, where Kai faces local crises. As the story progresses, connections between piracy, Ansible attacks, and Vatta Enterprises emerge. The series ultimately spans 5 books, characterised by the action-packed stories familiar to readers of Lois McMaster Bujold and David Webber. Forced to resign from the Slaughter Key Space Force Academy, Kai captains an old trading ship for the family corporation. However, fate has other plans for Kai when she learns of a lucrative opportunity to salvage her ship by delivering much-needed agricultural machinery to the Belinta colony. Desperate to prove herself and save the Glennis Jones from destruction, Kai embarks on a journey fraught with danger and deception. But when an engine malfunction leaves her stranded in Sabina, Kai finds herself embroiled in a deadly conflict between warring factions and targeted by ruthless mercenaries. With the stakes higher than ever, Kai must navigate through betrayal, mutiny and sabotage to survive. Trading in Danger is a gripping tale of courage, resilience and determination as Kai Vatta defies the odds to protect her ship and her crew. As she confronts her adversaries head-on, Kai's strength and resourcefulness shine, setting the stage for an epic saga of galactic proportions. If you've made it this far, you could do me a huge favour actually. Please take a second to give the like button a tickle. It really helps me to get some traction with the YouTube elves. Okay, what's next? Seth recommends what may be a less well-known book, The Colour of Distance by Amy Thompson, which tells a tale of interstellar encounter and adaptation, painting a vivid portrait of alien worlds and the complexities of communication between species. Dr. Juna Sari, a seasoned xenobiologist, finds herself stranded on the lush and mysterious planet of the Tendu after a survey mission takes an unexpected turn. Separated from her human colleagues, Juna must cope with the unfamiliar terrain of the Tendu's jungle habitat, where she faces the daunting challenge of survival in a hostile environment. Fortunately, she discovers an unexpected ally in the form of the Tendu, intelligent amphibians with a rich and intricate culture. Through her interactions with the Tendu, Juna learns their language, masters their customs, and forges deep connections with her newfound companions. As Juna integrates herself into Tendu society, she grapples with questions of identity and belonging, torn between her loyalty to humanity and her growing attachment to the Tendu way of life. Meanwhile, the Tendu themselves must confront the implications of human contact and the potential impact it may have on their world. When Juna is eventually rescued and returned to human society, she finds herself caught between two worlds, struggling to reconcile her experience with the Tendu with the expectations of her own kind. As suspicions and negotiations unfold between the humans and the Tendu, Juna must navigate treacherous waters to bridge the gap between species and pave the way for understanding and cooperation. Thompson's richly imagined world is a tapestry of intricate detail and thought-provoking themes, exploring the complexities of communication, environmentalism, and the bonds that transcend species boundaries. The Colour of Distance is a captivating journey of survival, adaptation, and the enduring power of empathy in the face of the unknown. Mike Hickey recommends Downward to Earth by Bob Silverberg, and we like a bit of Bob here. On the jungle world of Belzegor, former Terran administrator Edmund Gunderson returns, haunted by guilt for his past treatment of the indigenous Nildoror. As he reunites with old colleagues and confronts the consequences of his actions, Gunderson embarks on a journey of redemption and discovery. Belzegor is a planet teeming with life, from its unique flora to its sentient inhabitants, the Nildoror and the Soldoror. Gunderson's return coincides with a period of change and upheaval as the Nildoror undergo a transformative rebirth ceremony and the balance of power shifts in the wake of Earth's withdrawal. Haunted by his past misdeeds, Gunderson seeks to make amends by delving into the mysteries of the Nildoror culture and participating in their rebirth ceremony. Along the way, he encounters old friends and new allies, each with their own struggles and secrets. Robert Silverberg's vivid prose brings Belzegor to life, painting a rich and immersive portrait of this alien world. From the steaming jungles to the mist-shrouded mountains, every detail is meticulously crafted, immersing us in a world of wonder and danger. As Gunderson makes his way through the complexities of Belzegor's society, he confronts his own prejudices and preconceptions, ultimately finding redemption and enlightenment in the most unexpected of places. Downward to Earth is a masterful blend of science fiction and introspective exploration, tackling themes of colonialism, identity and redemption with intelligence and sensitivity. With its richly drawn characters, evocative world building and thought-provoking narrative, it's a journey that will linger in the minds of readers long after the final page is turned. So what do you think? Do any of the books that we've covered so far float your boat? Have you read any of them? Did you like them too? Do let me know in the comments. I'd love to hear from you. Right, what's next? Milenko recommends a lunar mission in the form of The Moon and the Others by John Kessel. In the vibrant world of underground moon cities, tensions brew between the matriarchal Society of Cousins and the rival colony Persepolis. Exiled from society after a tragic rebellion, Erno finds himself entangled in a web of intrigue when he meets Amestris, the rebellious daughter of a powerful figure. Meanwhile, Myra, a defiant loner within the society, challenges its political dominance with her provocative graffiti videos. Her unrequited love for Carey, a celebrated athlete and emblem of male privilege, adds another layer of complexity to the unfolding drama. As the organisation of lunar states probes the society's treatment of men, opportunities arise for Erno, Amestris, Myra and Carey to pursue their own agendas. Erno seeks wealth, Amestris craves freedom, Myra dreams of social change, and Carey longs for independence from the matriarchy. But when long-held secrets of the society come to light, it ignites the First Moon War, forcing everyone to confront their deepest convictions. In a world where power dynamics and personal desires collide, each character must navigate the treacherous waters and decide what they're truly willing to fight for. The Moon and the Others is a gripping tale of political intrigue, social rebellion and personal redemption set against the backdrop of a futuristic lunar society. As alliances shift and loyalties are tested, the characters' choices will shape the fate of the Moon and its inhabitants. Spocko recommends this old classic, Northwest of Earth by C.L. Moore. In a distant future where humanity is spread across the solar system, Northwest Smith, a daring spaceship pilot and smuggler, navigates the treacherous landscapes of the cosmos. Set against a backdrop reminiscent of classic pulp science fiction, Moore's stories transport readers to a universe where each planet harbours its own civilization, often with primitive cultures akin to indigenous peoples facing colonialism. Smith himself bodies the archetype of the anti-hero. Ruthless, self-serving and cynical, yet possessing a core of goodness that compels him to do the right thing, albeit begrudgingly. With his dark hair, space-bronze skin and pale eyes, clad in brown spacer's leathers and armed with a blaster, Smith is a figure straight out of the Old West, transplanted into the boundless expanse of space. His trusty ship, the Maid, may be unassuming, but its speed and agility are unmatched. Does any of this sound familiar to you? Throughout his adventures, Smith encounters ancient alien beings worshipped as gods, confronts themes of sexuality, addiction and existential dread. From the iconic tale Shambleau, where Smith encounters a mysterious alien entity with a seductive allure, to the Tree of Life, where he delves into the ruins of Ilar on Mars, Moore blends cosmic horror with swashbuckling adventure. An interesting connection arises between Smith and Moore's other famous character, Jirella Jory, in Quest of the Starstone, adding depth to Moore's fictional universe. The origin of Smith's name, rooted in Moore's typewriting days, adds a touch of whimsy to his character, while the recurrent motif of Northwest evokes associations of frontier exploration and adventure. With each story, from the perilous sands of Mars to the forbidden fortresses of Venus, Northwest Smith captivates readers with his daring exploits, leaving an indelible mark on the annals of science fiction literature. Milenko is also a big fan of Stephen Baxter's work and recommends one of his recent books, Creation Node. Humanity's encounter with the cosmic unknown unfolds with breathtaking scope and audacity, spanning centuries and traversing the vast expanse of the solar system. Set in the year 2255, the story begins with the discovery of Planet 9, a mysterious anomaly hidden within the Oort cloud. As a crew of the Shadow, led by the intrepid Salma, investigates the enigmatic black hole, they stumble upon a revelation that defies comprehension. Planet 9 is not merely a cosmic oddity, but a beacon of extraterrestrial communication. Caught in a web of intrigue and scientific inquiry, Salma and her companions find themselves embroiled in a race against time and rival factions, eager to exploit the newfound discovery for their own ends. From the Lunar Consortium's capitalist ambitions to Earth's political machinations, the stakes are raised to unprecedented heights as humanity grapples with the implications of this cosmic revelation. But as the story unfolds, Baxter subverts our expectations, transforming a tale of interstellar exploration into a mind-bending odyssey of existential proportions. What begins as a journey of scientific curiosity soon evolves into a transcendent exploration of the multiverse itself as humanity confronts its place in the grand tapestry of cosmic existence. From the birth and death of entire universes to the emergence of sentient life forms beyond comprehension, the story ventures into realms of cosmic wonder and metaphysical inquiry. Ultimately, Creation Node emerges as a testament to Baxter's unparalleled vision and storytelling prowess, offering us a glimpse into a universe teeming with boundless potential and infinite possibility. As humanity grapples with the mysteries of the cosmos, one thing becomes clear. The universe is not only stranger than we imagine, but weirder than we can possibly conceive. And in the face of such cosmic wonder, humanity's journey has only just begun. If you like a good science fiction book recommendation, there are dozens and dozens of them buried in this playlist. It's a veritable science fiction goldmine. You should really take a look. Thanks to everybody that left a book recommendation in the comments. And as always, thank you for watching. And until next time, bye for now.